Today I will be replacing the stock fan on an original Xbox with the Nexus real silent case fan. This is a drop-in replacement. It does not require soldering. You will need a screwdriver. These are actually 3D printed parts to hold this fan in place. You can install it without the 3D printed parts, but I definitely recommend this. You can pick these up at my web store or on eBay, and the links I have in the description. These are your standard PC case fan screws. And then this is a Nexus real silent 70mm fan. You can pick these up on Amazon. I do have that linked below as well. Alright, let's get to it. Alright guys, I have my original Xbox here. I'm not going to waste any time opening the shell. Let's just get to it. Now that I've got the Xbox open, we can remove the original fan. So to remove this fan, what I'm going to do is unplug the power on the side. And then you've got two clips, one on each side holding it in. You're going to take a flathead screwdriver, just kind of pry one side up and lift. And once you have that partially lifted, just hold that in place and pry the other side. And that should just lift it right out. You might have to play with those clips some more once you get it partially out. It doesn't like to let go. There we go. And that's that fan removed. Now you'll see on the bottom of the fan there's actually the two posts, and that's what goes into those holes that you can see right now. And that's why you need this 3D printed part. This just kind of lays flat in there, which we're going to do right now, and fills in those two holes. Okay, that's in place. Now we're going to attach the new fan to the 3D printed bracket. And so again, this bracket's going to go right there to hold it in place. So we're just going to go ahead and connect this. Now the big thing to remember too, on the top of the fan here, you'll see little arrows. We want the air leaving the system. So you want to make sure you install this with the arrow pointing out. So let's give that a shot. Because this should just sit right in. You may need the screwdriver, the flathead screwdriver, to pry those up again. Much better. Alright, that just fits perfectly in there. Now before I go ahead and connect everything, I did want to show you another modification we need to make. So with it in this current state, this hard drive caddy can't fit. And that's because of this piece here on the fan. So you have a choice. You can take some off of this, or you can take the corner of the fan off. I'm going to take the corner of the fan off. And to do that, I'm just going to use a pair of side cutters. So you can actually do it while it's in here. I'm just going to go ahead and snip that corner off. Let's make sure we get that piece of plastic out of there. Now that we have that, this cable is just going to plug in the same exact port, but you can see obviously that it's much longer. So I am just going to use a zip tie. You can use electrical tape, anything that is easy enough to keep it out of the way here. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Okay, and this is just going to kind of shove on the side here. You can also sometimes kind of stack it on top. Now that we have that installed, I'm going to go ahead and just test the fan and make sure it spins and make sure everything looks good. And we'll be able to get an idea of how it sounds as well. Alright, the fan is spinning and there's basically no noise. You probably couldn't even hear it turn on, and that's what we want. Alright guys, that's it for the install. Nice thing, it's very simple, drop in, no solder required. There is one caveat with this fan replacement. This fan does not push the same amount of air as the stock fan at normal speeds or at stock speeds. So if you have an unmodded system, unfortunately there's nothing you can do about that. It's just going to run hotter. It will not damage your system, but it may diminish the lifespan. If you have a modded system, you can adjust the fan speeds to be a little bit faster. It will make the noise a little higher, but it's still going to be a lot quieter than that stock fan. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Keep an eye out for more original Xbox coming out on my channel in the near future.